Girl, I swear that a denim commercial war was not on my 2025 bingo card. Ever since Sydney Sweeney's problematic ad that was subtly promoting eugenics went live around a month ago, people on the internet have been keenly focused on bringing back ads from decades ago or even bringing back, recent ads to analyze them. And more importantly, to compare them to Sydney Sweeney's ads to show that it had elements that were very problematic. Who would have thought that with all this denim drama going on, the most perfect ad in terms of marketing would come from GAP and KATSEYE? On the 19th of August, GAP went on to release their Better in Denim campaign that featured the global girl group KATSEYE. The 1 minute and 30-second ad that feels more like a dance practice or a performance video features Khaleesi's song Milkshake from the early 2000s. It quickly went viral and garnered around 3.4 million views at the time that I'm recording this video. This number is crazy for an ad, especially when you take into consideration the fact that with this amount of views, it's nearly at half the amount of views that the American Eagle ad has, but it's only been like 4 days. And I swear that nearly half of those views are from me rewatching and analyzing that video because I wanted to know what about this ad makes it such a masterclass in marketing and in advertisement. After 500,000 rewatches and with the use of my marketing degree, I came to the conclusion that there's 3 main things that are really contributing to the viral success of this commercial in terms of marketing. So go and grab a sweet treat and a drink and let's break it down. Hi, I'm Marvin, your favorite marketing student and part-time video essayist living in France, and you're watching Mars Magazine. The first thing that we really need to break down when it comes to this ad is the fact that it seemingly had the perfect timing for a denim ad. I mean, everyone was so quick to comment that this ad could literally not have dropped at a better time. And to be honest, I have to agree. Honestly, there has never been a better time to drop a denim ad because everybody is so focused on everything to do with denim and past, denim commercials that have dropped in the past. And so obviously they're going to be focused on what's going to drop in the future. So this was literally the perfect time. All of this, like I said, is due to the American Eagle ad that featured Sydney Sweeney that dropped towards the end of July, where the actress Sydney Sweeney talks about having great genes in a way that insinuates that other people who do not have genes like hers have quote unquote bad genes. Obviously, in this ad, they were playing on the double entendre of genes, as in genetics, and jeans, as in the fashion piece. Havoc broke out because obviously, in the social and political climate that we are in, this ad was literally just adding fuel to the fire of hatred and discrimination. Conservatives were quick to jump to Sydney Sweeney's defense, saying that people going after her and, calling her out were just attacking beautiful white women. Mind you, Sydney has been very much on the radar ever since her previous ad, where she was literally advertising soap that featured drops of her bathwater. Yeah. So in a way, we could say that her ads kind of set the stage for the ads that would come after, because people were keenly focused on analyzing all these different ads. This is because these ads caused a lot of anger and outrage, and anger and outrage are high arousal emotions, so they created a lot of engagement. And so on social media, all we could hear was people talking about denim ads. Whether it's Beyonce's denim ads or Sydney Sweeney's denim ads, everybody was talking about denim. And you guessed it, 4 weeks after the American Eagle ad, KATSEYE and GAP seized the opportunity and released their campaign. For those of you who don't know them, KATSEYE are a global girl group that are based in LA, composed of 6 members: Daniela, Laura, Manon, Sophia, Megan, and Yunche. They were trained under the K-pop methodology, and they're the result of a collaboration between Hype Corporation and Geffen Records. And so obviously, since this ad dropped literally 4 weeks after the American Eagle campaign, Fans were quick to jump out and say that this ad was a direct reply to the American Eagle campaign. I mean, I agree, the ad does have amazing timing, but I think this couldn't be further from the truth. This campaign has amazing timing, but it most likely was just luck. Campaigns like this require weeks and even months of planning for them to even be recorded, edited, and released. The campaign must have been planned months ago because there's so many things that go into the planning. I mean, you have to find the best
time that works with the group. You have to get the choreographers. You have to get the rights to the music. You have to hire the dancers, get the studio.
There are so many different phases, so this just couldn't have happened in 4 weeks between the American Eagle ad. Gap definitely did get really lucky to release this ad just 4 weeks after the American Eagle one. You know who else is lucky? You are, because you found my channel, and so I would be so thrilled if you would go and like and subscribe if you want to see more marketing breakdowns like this. It would show so much support and, keep me motivated to keep on going. Anyways, the next component that contributed to this ad's crazy success is the format of the ad. Gap is very well known for its dance performance style commercials, and we've seen similar commercials featuring Troye Sivan and Tyla. These dance performance style videos work so well for a variety of reasons. The first one is that this dance style video is what KATSEYE's audience is used to seeing them in. Dance performances are part of KATSEYE's world, and they are not new to them or their audience. Just imagine if the format of the commercial was a comedy skit. I mean, I'm sure the girls would have aced it because, they're so talented, but it strays so far away from what their audience is used to seeing that it might not have necessarily worked as well as the dance performance style. And this dance style type video is even better for KATSEYE's audience because a large majority of their fan base comes from the K-pop world, and so they have this habit of streaming music videos and songs. Literally within the K-pop world, it's very common to have different fandoms literally release view goals or stream number goals, where basically they'll be like, okay, in 24 hours, this is how many views we need to get, this is how many streams that we need to get. And so Gap was very smart making this into a dance performance style commercial because KATSEYE's audience would be right in their element and they'd go straight into streaming and rewatching the video. Just look at the other KATSEYE performance videos on YouTube. For example, their performance to the song Gabriella is nearly at 50 million views at the time that I am recording this video. This ad wasn't just a basic ad, and as several comments pointed out, it felt more like a music video with a product placement. The girls were in their element, and this performance allowed the girls to show their star quality. Their star quality was literally hypnotizing, but it wasn't the only thing hypnotizing about this commercial. The dance aspect of this commercial is another factor that greatly contributed to its virality. The dance was choreographed by the very talented Robbie Blue, and it felt very hypnotizing. I mean, the amount of synchronized and sharp movements just give the video a very distinctive feel. There's literally a point towards the end of the video where they get into a formation that looks like a mandala, and literally it looks like it's ready to hypnotize you. The dance isn't just hypnotic, it's very catchy as well. By making a music video style commercial, I'm sure that the Gap marketing team was really hoping that the dance within the commercial would go on to create a challenge across social media where people would try and go and replicate it and share their process online. And they're very lucky because that is exactly what happened. The amount of people I saw dancing along to this commercial on TikTok was absolutely crazy. I was seeing people recreating the dance everywhere. It was very much iconic. This isn't surprising coming from KATSEYE because their other songs like Gabriella and Gnarly literally also created dance challenges on social media. The other thing that's really great about having the girls dancing is, like several people have pointed out, the fact that it shows how durable the jeans are because the girls are able to do all these types of movements in them. By having the girls do all these dance moves, they're sending out the message that, look at all the things that you can do in our jeans. However, the dance was not the only thing that was very catchy. The Gap marketing team decided to feature the song Milkshake by Khalees in the ad. This song came out in 2003 and it peaked at the 3rd spot on the Billboard Hot 100's charts. It also topped several other charts all across the world at the time it was released. I mean, in Khalees's words, she knew it was a really good song right away. And it is. And it fits perfectly with Gen Z's obsessions with the Y2K aesthetic and the early 2000s. It also fits KATSEYE's image very well. We can all remember the performance that they did during the competition days to the song Buttons that also had its own viral moment with, I don't know, I remember it was like I don't remember the dance move, but it went viral. And so, Buttons, Milkshake, they're kind of in the same universe, so it fits perfectly with KATSEYE's image. Going with a song that was this popular was most likely very, very, very expensive for the GAP team, but I'm sure they were trying to ensure that this ad was going to stick in people's minds. Their strategy was most likely one that involved not having to invent a new song for the ad or use another song that might not necessarily have the same popularity, because they knew that with a very popular and catchy song like Milkshake, they were guaranteed 24/7 hour presence in everyone's minds. This song is also perfect because in the song, we hear Khalees saying that her milkshake is better than yours and it brings all the boys to her yard. This lyric can indirectly be used to talk about the denim and jeans that Gap makes. Their denim and jeans are better than the competition, and their denim and jeans bring all the boys to their yard. The final thing that I think is a huge contributing factor to this ad's marketing success is the use of an aspirational reference group. Yeah, that's a whole lot of words, but let me just explain. When you're taking a marketing course, you're usually introduced to different things that have an impact on consumers' buying decisions. For example, one major factor that has an impact on our shopping behavior is the environment that we're doing it in. For example, when we're talking about environment, a store that is cluttered, hot, with loud music is gonna bring a very different experience to the consumer, and so their shopping behavior is gonna be different than if they had stepped into a store with perfect air conditioning, great customer service, and perfect clothing. And so there's another factor that has a huge impact on how we shop, and that factor is our aspirational reference group. As human beings, we are social animals that are made to live in societies, in tribes, in groups, and all of us are parts of different groups. I mean, we have our friend groups, we have our classroom groups, we have art course groups, we have so many different groups that we're a part of. These are all called associative reference groups because they have people within them that are near equals or that are very similar to who we are in them. But the aspirational reference group refers to those against whom one would like to compare oneself. Basically, people we aspire to be. This is literally one of the main backbones of the K-pop industry, where fans strive to emulate the perfection of the idols that they love. And even though people are literally gonna jump at my neck saying that KATSEYE is not a K-pop group, I understand that, but they were made using a similar methodology, and so their fans are gonna follow a similar dynamic to K-pop fans. This means that KATSEYE fans and K-pop fans are more likely to emulate the behavior, style, and looks of their favorite K-pop groups. It also means they're more likely to purchase products that these groups promote. This ad makes us wish we were KATSEYE in that moment. It makes us wish we had the singing career, the looks, the fame, and the dance moves to go with it. The aspirational reference group effect is even more powerful with KATSEYE because it's a group with ethnic diversity. This makes it easier for people across the world to relate on a more personal level to the individual members of KATSEYE. You can definitely tell this was what Gap was trying to bring forward in this commercial. On their website, you can clearly read that one of the main messages for this campaign is that it was a story of unity. We find the following on their website: powerful on your own, even better together. And I mean, that's literally what they did because they had KATSEYE, which is ethnically diverse, as well as a whole range of dancers that all looked different. And once again, since they're all dancing together, this puts forward the unity that they're trying to go for. I would even like to go further and say that HYBE knew exactly what they were doing when they decided to make a global girl group that had and represented different ethnic groups. We live in a world that is more globalized and interconnected, and people want to consume media and listen to music from people who represent them. By having a group that basically has a member that represents every single continent, it allows Cat's Eye and Hybe to make even more money by being able to tap into the different global markets across the world. And that has been what they have been doing. I mean, Cat's Eye has basically done commercials for the British brand Lush, the American Urban Outfitters, as well as the food chain Jollibee from the Philippines. I'd like to finish off this video with the phrase that Gap used for their campaign. You're powerful on your own, but even better together. This phrase perfectly reflects the situation that we have been dealing with when it comes to this whole jean commercial war. We had one ad come out that felt exclusionary, and then we had a second one that embraced and celebrated people's individuality and diversity. And the success of the second ad shows that we are even better together. Anyways, whoever worked on this ad deserves all their flowers, and I think I deserve a little bit of flowers too for making this little analysis video. So please go and show them your support, and if you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe as well. Anyways, I'll see you soon. Bisous, au revoir. Hi gorgeous, it's me. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, here's a video I think you might really enjoy.